Morning Fonk. Today we're making iconic entertainment legend Steamin' Goldbear. Can't be beat. This guy's been in showbiz for a long time. Always made me laugh. There's not much to Steamin' Goldbear, but I've got some things prepped. We're gonna make comedy icon Steamin' Goldbear. Well, what do we have? I mean, when you really get down to it, what makes a Steamin' Goldbear? You know, it's the suit. And so what I've done is I've made a bit of a suit, you know? When you got a Fonk like this, when you got an all-black Fonk, you know, the Fonk could be wearing a black suit. And so what are you gonna do? Make a big suit? I think you do everything but the suit. So what we've got here, a bit of a tie and a shirt, you know, because that's poking out of the suit. So I made this out of cardstock. Just made the where everything but the suit, you know? So we're gonna put that around its neck. And then all we gotta do is, see how that's working? It's only gotta just like stick there with some gluey stuff. Got some gluey stuff right here. You know, we use a glue dot. Might as well use like a poster or permanent glue dot. Poster, here we go. And just kind of glue those together. Since it's paper, it's like cardstock, right? I drew on it. So we got a couple glue dots there. Then we're just gonna make sure that that's facing down like that, and we're gonna wrap it, and boom, just like that. Now, it's gonna stick up like this, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a permanent glue dot down here at the bottom, just so it sticks there. And I got some cuffs I just made out of the same cardstock, and we're gonna put those on, just put the digis through there. And those are gonna be kind of like the cuffs, like the shirt showing through the cuffs. Steamin' Goldbear. You know, he shows up in our lives, makes us laugh, and then he goes away, and then he comes back. I think we're gonna see Steamin' Goldbear come back. What do you think? I think so. So, let's see, we do want a permanent one for this, you know, and I wouldn't call putting a glue dot on a Fonk bod permanent ever, but you know, it says it here on the glue dots dispenser. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get one of those right as close to the edge of that tie as possible. And look, it's right there on there. We're just gonna like push it down. It's gonna stay there. Let's see if it stays there. All right, so we've got already looking good. What else makes a Steamin' Goldbear truly Goldbear? It's the glasses, the iconic glasses. So what we got is a couple germ-bee worms here. You know what this is? It's just a couple pipe cleaners twisted together. And we made two of those because I find that when you use two, one's gonna be for the bottom of the glasses, and then you bring the other glasses over the top. We got some surprises left in this guy too. Don't think that it's just gonna be glasses, because there's another part. And I think if you look in here, you might see what I'm talking about, but you know, that's to come. Yeah, you know, like I want to just like celebrate the brilliance of the Goldbear, you know? That's why I want to make a Fonk. Let's do a little demo of how to make some glasses. You can make these glasses for your Fonk, and they don't have to be Goldbear glasses. You could make your own kind of glasses. I've made all kinds. So we're gonna be measuring like right there on there, so that it's kind of simulating coming around the ear, and they're gonna hold on to there. These bendy twisty things, they really grip on a Fonk. So there we go, we got the front there. And then what I've noticed about the Goldbear glasses is they're pretty squared. They're pretty squared off. So that's one. See that? Don't you worry, this whole length here, I don't think this whole length is even gonna be used for the glasses, but you do have to make them a little bigger than you think. And if you mess up on a corner, just undo it. They're pretty square. They're not rounded glasses, but they do have a little bit of maybe a taper, or what would you call it, kind of a diagonal to them. So there we go. And we gotta make sure that same height goes on there. So look, we've got the bottom. Did we measure it right? You always want to kind of check on your Fonk, see if it's measured right. Looking good. I think if we work with this, it's gonna be something that we can tweak, all right? And so we'd want to just do a little snip with the snippers at the end of there. There we go. We got half the glasses. Now what we do with the other the other part. This is not enough here to make the top of the glasses. Look, so we got to go to the other stuff. So that's just kind of unused, and now we bring that around. So we're gonna bring that around, just kind of like link it to that corner there, right? You might even want to wrap it more than once, just to make sure that it's on there, right? That's all right. You've got plenty to work with here. See that? You got plenty to work with. We want a little bit of rounding, just a little bit extra. And what we do is we bring it to the bridge and under. But just make sure you have plenty, right? Make sure you have enough to do a shape of a glasses that you want. And I think that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. We might want it less rounded, so you can go like that. See that? There we go. And make the other one. So we want just as much, and we're going to wrap around, just wrapping around just like you did on the other side. And now you got those glasses. Okay, you can make all kinds of glasses for your Fonk. Any color. See that? All right, so let's check out to see if this has the Goldbear look, right? Because we don't know. We don't know until we really get it on there and see. You know, is this the quirky fella that we know from our little screens? Now, those are kind of big. Those are kind of big, I gotta say. They kind of have this Charles Nelson Riley look, if you know what I'm talking about. A little bit of a kind of a comedically large frame to those glasses. Let's see if we can make it a little less Charles Nelson Riley, a little more Steamin Goldbear. Yeah, I think those are just too big. Too big. We're talking about comedy legend Steamin Goldbear. I think we need to get the glasses right. They're such an important part. I think that bridge needs to come up a little bit and connect, like connect higher to those glasses. I'm a stickler. I'm gonna be a stickler about Goldbear because guy's been working the comedy scene, entertaining us with his comedy stylings. And it's costuming. You gotta think, you're putting on a Fonk show. You know, when you make a Fonk, putting on a Fonk show. All right, we made them a little smaller. So now, you know, I think that's gonna be pretty nice. There's no way to tell until we get the rest of it on. And we've got it right here. Just, you know, work your glasses until you feel good about them. It's your Fonk. This one's my Fonk, and I'm making as good a Goldbear as I can. I think we're hitting it. I think we're getting that Goldbear glasses look. Oh boy. See, I didn't cut it yet. I didn't cut it. Did I? No, I didn't. I just took it off because we're doing a test. We're testing it out. Take your time. Take your time with your Fonk to make it just the way you want. Now it's got a little snorkel. But look, I mean, that's much more of a Goldbear look than we just had. Come on, look at this guy. Now we just have to cut the snorkel, don't we? Yeah, just cut the snorkel. And there's a little bit of a weird, I didn't expect that little stripe to happen, but we're all right. Okay, so we wrap around. If you snip it too close, it could just like kind of come loose. So, you know, you have plenty. So just give it a little extra. See that? Man, these twisty bendy things, they do just what you want them to do. They do just what you want them to do. Now we've got the iconic Goldbear glasses. Can't you just see him up there running his monologue, doing his quips? Acerbic wit of a Steamin Goldbear is uncompromised and undefeated. Here's now for the surprise, because there's another iconic, of course we've got the hair. But you know, I tried some Goldbear hair here and there with some various materials, and I'm thinking we do not need to make Goldbear hair. What we do is we take these head digis, we make a Goldbear hairstyle out of them. They're enough, I mean, because Goldbear's got black hair, we don't need to overthink this. We just need a little bit of a styling to it, and I thought maybe a chopstick would bring us into some sort of curl kind of situation, but I'm not feeling it. So if we just coif it, I think we've got enough of a Goldbear look with the natural Fonk hairdo that we can pull it off. Like see how iconic we've got the suit and the glasses already. How much else do we really need to convey a Goldbear, someone as iconic as Goldbear? A little thing I noticed that really helps with the suit look, and this was given by a close colleague, to add some sticky tape material for anything that looks like parts of a suit. And what you have with the Goldbear suit is the button that I've watched Goldbear for years, and what Goldbear does is play with that button. So we're just making a little button down there. This Fonk bod is so soft. See how you just have a little suit dot? It's the button, because when I watch Goldbear, he's undoing the button, he's doing the button. He's undoing the button, he's doing the button. It's between bits, between quips. It's all about that suit button. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've noticed that. Okay, we got a little bump pillow for Goldbear too. But you know, we got that dot on there. So now we got a suit. Now, I think we've got to go a little bit of eyebrows, just a little bit of eyebrows. So I made this one, but I'm noticing I picked the wrong color for it. So let me show you what I did to make the eyebrows. Got a Germby worm right here, and it matches the button a little bit. If we're color coordinating here, I thought the blue glasses and the red tie were very much our lauded Mr. America for the past few decades, has been a Mr. Steamin Goldbear. Playing with America just like we want a Goldbear to play with America. True jester. Okay, so this is what I did to make some eyebrows. We do want more than just one layer of Germby worm, so you just bend it in half. You're gonna have plenty of eyebrow with this. You can make the bushiest eyebrows with one little Germby worm like this. But we just start twisting. We twist the bent corner, and then this is how you twist a Germby worm together. You just kind of guide it with this grip of your finger and thumb, and you just twist like that. And you've got a nice twisted up 2-ply Germby worm with which you can now make your eyebrows. George Carlin, another comedy icon, once said, "You know why we like dogs? Because they got eyebrows." All right, so now we just need a little bit, because don't you notice that Goldbear has been using his eyebrows for years to convey an opinion and an attitude about what he's been seeing going on. Okay, so we just want enough eyebrow. But what if we link the eyebrows to the glasses so that they don't move, that they're not just loose, right? So let's take a look at these glasses a little close. I wonder if we can do that. This is new. I haven't tried this yet. This will be a first. So we know how much eyebrow we want, and it's about that much. Let's see if we bring it around. It's too little. It's too little. So we need to bring it around the other way. Just getting a little bit. Yeah, I think because when you start posing out, when you start posing out your Fonk, you don't want to have a bunch of loose materials that are flopping around. You want it firm. You want it firm, don't you? We've got one eyebrow there, and it's a little just. It might be the perked up eyebrow or not. Let's just see. I think we got it. What do you think? Let me know if I nailed the eyebrow with this method. I don't know. You tell me how to make a Fonk. I'm working on it just like you. Yeah, we're just going to do a little hook. We're not even going to wrap it all the way around on this other side, which is, so that it can be kind of this bendy thing that allows us to do a little bit of fun stuff with. What if this is the perked up eyebrow and we got, yeah, okay, maybe right there. Let's not cut it too short. Once you cut it, you can't uncut it. All right, let's just take a look. I can buy it. I can buy it. Yo, that's a little better. Now, these are pretty bushy eyebrows for a Goldbear. He doesn't really have bushy eyebrows. He just has expressive eyebrows. All right, let's take a look. What do you think? Hey, so what happened in the, he doesn't have a thick Brooklyn accent, although he was in Manhattan for many years. Many years in Manhattan, quipping the jokes, making us laugh, and now he's just saying bye-bye for a little while. Just saying bye-bye. Yeah, he did not have a heavy New York accent. No, didn't he? He's from South Carolina. Yeah. All right. So I think it just looks a little mean. It just looks a little mean with those purpley eyebrows. So let's actually do this. Let's just Try to get a little bit of a, like maybe it just upturned a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, a little kinder. Yeah, lifelong Catholic, this guy. All right. And I like how Goldbear is just himself. He's just Steamin Goldbear, and that's who he is. He's not pretending to be anyone, except for that long time that he pretended to be someone on TV. That really long time. Okay, we're going to pose out Goldbear for a monologue, telling his quippy jokes. Like, what's with this guy, huh? How come he keeps ruining America and ruining all our fun, huh? That's what the Goldbear would say. Well, I think we've done it. We've gotten a Goldbear out of this whole thing. What do you think? If you'd like a Goldbear, you can make one. Just get a Fonk. Getafonk.com, adoptafonk.com. Find out all about how to get your own Fonk. And then you can dress it up just how you want it. Steamin Goldbear, Morning Fonk. Thanks for watching.